It's time to fall into huge savings at Team Mazda, like 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new Mazda CX-50, or get $1,000 customer cash on a new Mazda CX-5. Experience Mazda and save right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Listen, I think it's time to get a pedicure. We go visit a nail salon.
There you go.
And come on, we'll go on a group trip.
Maddie's and Petty's.
Maddie's and Petty's?
Look at that shot.
You know what, though?
Yes.
That's a gorgeous shot. You know what else is a gorgeous shot?
What?
This right here.
Hello,
Hi, good to see
Dolly.
You in the dark?
Back up a little bit. We need some light on you. We need some soft lighting. Oh, look, the camera panned immediately as soon as you got on it. There we go. Now that's a beautiful shot.
Hi there.
I love it.
Why?
I think you're trying to get edged out.
About to spill that coffee on me.
There we go.
How's everybody? Jared, welcome back.
Yes, I know.
Good to be back.
How are you?
Yeah. Good.
Did you go to Branson, Missouri?
We went to Texas, actually.
Yeah.
Houston and San Antonio.
Okay.
It was my daughter Madison's birthday, so we were out there celebrating.
Happy birthday,
Yes, she turned 12. We did a bunch of shopping. This mall, that mall, the mall over there,
boy.
this one and that one. But we did some cool stuff.
What'd you do?
Yeah. Well, actually, in some of the malls, they have, at the Galleria, they have the indoor skating rinks, so we did that. And then at the other mall we went to, they had an indoor slide park. Not water slides, but they're like you get a pad and you slide down.
In the mall?
Bunch of them. Yeah, absolutely. And I actually be lying if I didn't say I hurt myself. My arm got kind of caught underneath.
No.
Yeah.
So for the past few days, it's trying to work that out.
Yeah.
But it was a ton of fun.
That's awesome.
Sounds like a great daughter birthday celebration weekend for everyone.
Well rested, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
not
well
for a
rested
birthday party.
until last night.
Yes.
I was like, oh no, we got to do this
over.
again.
But you know San Antonio like the back of your hand, so that would have been great to go back.
You used to work in
That's a
TV?
Used to work
gorgeous
there.
city.
Yes.
Houston, yeah. So in San Antonio, you have the Riverwalk. It's actually very touristy. They have like a bunch of tourist stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't been since I'm a kid. I was like itty bitty when I was there.
Did you go see the Alamo when you were there?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We did all that. I must have been like 10, 11, because we lived up in Houston.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's smaller than you think.
Yeah.
No, it is. And the running joke on that in the Alamo is usually when people walk out, usually they'll say, "Was that it? Was
Yeah.
that it? Did we forget to do stuff? That was
Is another room? No,
you
it's
knocked it out in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You got it.
Yep.
And if you're Ozzy Osbourne, it's even less than 5 minutes. It's
There you go.
Don't blink, you'll miss
Another
it.
joke.
Well, that begs the question, how was the weather in San Antonio?
It was like here, but it was a little bit hotter. But it was just like here. But they were hitting low 90s every day. So I was like, oh, Southern Louisiana is actually a little bit better. How about that?
And we'll take every bit of that. This weekend, heading into next week, will be really nice too. So much to dig into in the forecast, but it's great to have you back.
Oh, it's great to be here. But you know what? A lot of people always say, Johnny, and this is in your department, they say that the roads are better in Texas there in Louisiana.
Well,
I'm not so sure about that.
But they
You
have
cross
tolls,
over.
Jared.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
From Benton to Orange is a nightmare
Yeah.
in both directions. I don't think they're going to ever finish
Ever,
anything
ever,
at the state
ever.
line to Orange because it's crazy. It's been like that for like 35 years.
Yeah, it feels that long. Yeah,
Grass is
crazy.
always greener.
And I have the gall and audacity to complain about Bluebonnet.
Well, to your
Deserved.
credit, in your
Lisa.
neck of the woods, quite literally, that Jefferson Bluebonnet stretch has been under construction for how many years now?
Well, it's going on, it's over about 2 years.
And it's felt like?
And I talked to the foreman on the job yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're working in front of Jefferson United Methodist Church. I'm out there working pumpkin patch. He comes over at 5 and says, all of these cards need to be out of y'all's lot by 6 because we're tearing up both of your driveways. I'm like,
He just sounded like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
right on.
Look
Not
at
right
you.
on,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all
we should
right.
petition lawmakers to put an orange cone on our flag. I mean, that's
It's always
just-
construction season.
It's just
That is the Louisiana flag.
It really
the new
is. Should
Louisiana
just be an
flag is the
orange
orange cone.
You got to work the mosquito on that flag
Same,
somewhere.
right.
We
These two
really
birds.
do.
Hey, getting back to Texas, San Antonio, remind me, is not a beach town. Is it Corpus is a beach town?
Corpus
Yes?
is the beach town,
Okay.
and a lot of Texans will tell you that once you get to Corpus and south, the beaches get better. I don't think they do. I'm not really a fan. Sorry, Texas. I'm not really a fan of their beaches because I feel like the sand is more like mud. If you've ever been to Galveston,
Yeah.
and it really goes that way all the way down. To me, it doesn't get good until like Brownsville, which you were talking about. You've been to,
Been to
but
as a kid.
I mean, you're in Mexico at that
Almost,
point.
yeah.
I think for me, it's once you get to the other side of the Mississippi River, then the beaches start to get good.
Like
So
going toward Florida?
I would say from like
Yeah.
Gulf Shores, Alabama, from there east, you're like way better.
No more of that
It is
brown
pretty
water.
magical.
None of the brown water.
None of the brown
Yeah,
water.
it's
No,
nice
I gotta-
water, and even the beaches get like white, sandier beaches.
real
It is
stuff.
amazing
I've
on
got an
that side
affinity
of
for
Florida.
Galveston, though, in Bolivar and the peninsula
Yeah.
there.
That's
because
right, you
of,
grew up
we
around that
there,
way.
My mother
Yeah.
had a bucket of kerosene outside the trailer door, our camp trailer. You boys don't bring that tar on your feet in my house. And we had to
Kerosene
wash
takes
our
it off,
feet
yeah.
with the tar off the
Is that why you have
from
6
Walgreens.
fingers on one hand?
Hello.
Dude, I got into the creosote on a railroad tie when I was itty bitty, when I was a little kid.
That's hard to get off.
Yeah.
Yeah, kerosene, exactly. I mean, you had to literally with, oh my gosh, stunk like gas forever. But it was railroad ties. It was a garden of a neighbor, and me and a neighbor kid. I'm like, well, first of all,
Boys.
why leave that there?
Boys, yeah.
But so I got all up into it, and yeah, we had to be rubbed down with,
With kerosene.
And that's the way you got it.
You did?
Yeah,
And then
he's
you
right.
like
He's absolutely right.
petroleum for about a week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, I got it
Still
off,
do.
though, or else you'd still be
Still
sitting
smelling.
in
I
it.
still love Galveston, though. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
It is
No,
a special place.
Yeah, and you know what?
It
There
a
is
special place.
there is a lot to do there, so it is a great place to go. Just when you're in the water,
Yeah.
it's so murky. Like you could have like a shark next to
No,
you,
no.
you'd have no idea.
Well,
Yeah, and fun fact for you,
Okay.
I scream exactly the same way, whether it's a shark attack or a little piece of seaweed brushing by. The scream is exactly
well,
alike.
to your credit, you don't know what is what,
what
so
it
I
is.
think
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the same sun that's coming up over Baton Rouge is coming up over Galveston.
Certainly
Pretty
is.
low.
We're in for a good day ahead.
Beautiful
huh?
out there. A beautiful sunrise being captured on a Lady of the Lake Sky 9. Thank you, Liz, Matt, and Johnny. Yes, you couldn't paint a prettier picture over our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, and it's going to be a very beautiful day. A little bit warmer than we'd like to see during the afternoon, but still, we've made it down to 60 degrees, so that's where we're going to kick things off this morning, and we'll make our way to 87 degrees, which, by the way, that was our high temperature yesterday, but 81, that's our average high, so we're trying to get a little bit closer to where we should be this time of year. Even though it's been unseasonably warm during the day, the good news, we've been able to cool things down at night. We have a few more cool nights and mornings on the way before moisture makes its comeback late in the week, and it looks like rain makes a comeback over the weekend. But hold on to your outdoor plans. Obviously, rain wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because it has been a while, and we already see a couple of individual parishes out there that have burn bans. One of them in our viewing area, but really more towards the western part of the state, which makes sense. That's where the drought is really bad. But right now, no red flag warnings, no fire weather watches, and a main reason because of that is the winds are going to stay low for today, so that's actually going to help us out. Satellite radar, that's a loop. You really can't tell other than the clock moving. It looks like it's going to be another beautiful blue sky day, working from 60 degrees up to the upper 80s in the afternoon. But as I mentioned, we're still able to string together a couple of cool starts. Should make it right back down to the low 60s by this time tomorrow. Still planted under that big ridge of high pressure. We're going to have to wait for that western trough to knock that ridge out of the way and force in the next cold front, which, by the way, the timing on that looks like it's going to be Sunday morning. That's important because if we can nail down the timing, then we can nail down not only the timing of the rain, but when everything wraps up. And that's the moisture. So Saturday and by Sunday afternoon, that's at the fronts through, and we're already bringing in this dry, stable air. So I think the rain chances should wrap up, I would say, early Sunday morning, and that's it. The million-dollar question, will we see anything severe? So far, it looks like the answer is no. However, we do have a slight risk of severe weather just off to our north. Hopefully, it's not going to get any closer, but right now it's outside of our viewing area. That would be Saturday afternoon, Saturday night into Sunday morning. Certainly, the dew points are going to be pumped up well enough to give us a few of those showers. But again, as long as it's not a washout, I think it's going to be a good thing. And again, don't cancel your outdoor plans. 87 for today, blue skies and warm highs. Then for tonight, we'll make it down to 61 yet again. And we're going to be clear and relatively dry for the next couple of days. So we've got a 40 and 40, but again, the 40% on Sunday is more for the morning. Then the front moves through, so we'll see temperatures drop again. You can see we'll drop right back down to the upper 50s for lows. And next week, looks like we'll have a stretch of nice weather, such as life in October. 7-11, Johnny, I agree. October tends to be my favorite weather month of the year here.
So nice, so nice. Thank you, Jared. Good morning, everybody. All right, so there's a little bit of traffic right there. That's LA1 jumping up onto the bridge. Bridge fine this morning. And we take you right on down toward Gonzales, where we're definitely seeing more slow traffic on Highway 73. Dutchtown's got a lot of traffic. Airline Highway around Highway Perkins Road in that area has got a lot of traffic. Our slowest traffic still before Juban. That's the Juban crossing right over here, Amite River Bridge right here. And as you make your way into East Baton Rouge Parish, a little slow there. Beyond the 1012, right past the 1012, you have slow traffic starting at College all the way into the downtown area. It starts to break up a little bit past Acadian, and then it'll bunch up again a little bit around the Louise Street exit and coming in from the west on 10 eastbound. Even though it's okay on the bridge as far as drive times and congestion, we are seeing traffic start to pick up as we get out and about, get our Wednesday started. Gorgeous skies. We'll be right back.
(7:13) real quick for you. Expecting a lot of attention today at the U.S. Supreme Court, Louisiana, the state of Louisiana there, Liz. Attorney General Liz Muriel arguing about, of course, redistricting in Louisiana.
It is over the second majority black district here, in which U.S. Representative Cleo Fields was elected to that District 6 here. Today, U.S. Supreme Court justices will hear that redistricting case, which has the ability to impact nationwide, the Voting Rights Act as well. That's set to begin at a courtroom with the U.S. Supreme Court justices at 9 in the morning. CBS Mornings just covered this case as well, so if you're flipping back and forth and seeing that, this has nationwide attention to see the impact of it.
It's interesting because this is something that was passed by lawmakers, and typically the Attorney General of a state is the state's top attorney, top lawyer, and they argue in cases supporting and defending the lawmakers' decisions. This is opposite.
Yes.
And so what happens at Supreme Court? Decision not expected today.
No.
Let's make that clear.
Yes.
We'll follow it for you. Should be an interesting conversation.
Especially because lawsuits have been filed
Right.
ruling against it. We'll follow it all for you. Stay with us here. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
It's tailgating season at Team Toyota, where you can get a new 25 Tacoma four-wheel drive for just $279 a month, or get 1.75% for 72 months on a new 25 Tundra. Plus, stop in and register to win this ultimate tailgating package at Team Toyota.